It's in your room. Remove it fast because a woman is. Archangel Michael says, "My child, listen with an open heart. Something has entered your room that you cannot see with your eyes alone. It is not an object of wood or metal, but a weight of memory, of fear, of decisions you have not yet made. A woman is approaching, not in anger but in destiny. Her steps are slow, her hands are empty, yet her presence carries questions you have avoided. You must not panic. You must not run. What is in your room is not a curse but a signal. It is a sign that a moment of choice is here. Remove it fast, not by throwing something away but by removing the fear, the doubt, the heaviness inside you. This is not a story of punishment but of awakening. In the quiet hours before dawn, you sit on the edge of your bed. Outside, the street is silent. Inside, the shadows feel heavier. You hear a whisper, not from the door but from within your heart. It says, "Prepare." It says, "Look deeper." And as you breathe slowly, you feel the invisible presence of wings, mine, wrapping around you. I, Archangel Michael, have walked with countless souls before you. I have seen them tremble at crossroads like this. Some believed the darkness would swallow them, but when they opened their eyes, they saw it was not darkness but a hidden path. This woman coming toward you is not an enemy. She is a messenger of your own choices. She carries no handcuffs, no chains, only a mirror. In that mirror, you will see your fears, your hopes, your future. She is the embodiment of a decision waiting to be made. The "it" in your room is not a thing but a story. A story you have been telling yourself, that you are alone, that you are guilty, that you are powerless. Remove that story, and the weight will vanish. Stand up, take a deep breath, open your window, and let the air of a new morning enter. This is how you remove it. The woman will enter not through the door but through your thoughts. She will sit quietly in the chair across from you and speak without sound. She will ask you questions you have avoided. What do you fear most? What do you hide from yourself? What do you still hope for? And as she speaks, my wings will glow brighter behind you. You will not face her alone. You will answer honestly, and the shadows in your room will thin. This is the beginning of your freedom. Archangel Michael says, "The night may feel heavy, but you must understand this: weight is not always danger. Sometimes the heaviness is only the measure of how close you are to a breakthrough." The shadows in your room are not meant to crush you, they are meant to test whether you will stand or collapse. You sit, breathing slowly. You feel the silence stretch, and in that silence, I speak again. My child, you have carried many things, worries, regrets, unspoken words. They pile up like unseen stones. That is what fills your room. It is not furniture or belongings, but burdens invisible to the eye. Remove them, and you will see clearly again. The woman is nearer. You do not yet hear her footsteps, but your spirit feels her approach. She represents choice, the turning point between living in old fear and walking into new courage. Do not resist her. When she comes, listen. But prepare now, so you do not tremble when her eyes meet yours. Look around you. Your walls have absorbed your secrets. The corners of your room carry the weight of all you have hidden. Do not curse yourself for this. Every human carries shadows. But tonight, I tell you, you must open your room to the light. Take the simple actions. Light a candle. Speak words of truth aloud. Say, I choose to let go. I choose to be free. I choose to rise. These words are not magic charms, they are reminders. They remind you of the power already placed within you by the Creator. As you whisper these words, the unseen object in your room, the fear, the burden, the story, begins to loosen. It is like dust shaken from an old curtain. You may cough, you may feel discomfort, but soon, the air clears. The woman is now standing at the threshold of your thoughts. She does not smile, but neither does she frown. Her face is calm, her eyes steady. She is the test. She is the one who will ask, will you cling to your burden, or will you release it? I, Michael, stand beside you. My sword is not of steel, but of flame and truth. If the woman's questions pierce too deep, I will hold you steady. But you must answer. Silence is no escape. Denial is no shield. Only honesty will open the way forward. You may tremble. You may wish to run. But running from yourself only leads you back to the same room, the same shadows, the same silence. Tonight is the night to choose differently. Tonight is the night to face what you once hid. The woman takes a seat in the chair across from you. She leans forward. Her voice is soft yet unshakable. She asks, why do you fear yourself? Why do you hold guilt that is not yours to carry? Why do you still bow to shadows when the light has been waiting for you? Tears may rise in your eyes. Let them. They are not weakness, they are release. Each tear carries a fragment of the burden out of your soul. As the tears fall, your room grows lighter. The unseen, it weakens. Do not be afraid. What is happening is not destruction but cleansing. The woman is not your enemy. She is your reflection, reminding you of what must change. And I, Michael, keep watch, ensuring that no force of darkness can harm you while you walk through this test. When you finally answer her questions, even with trembling lips, the weight will break. The room will shift. You will feel space where once there was suffocation. You will feel peace where once there was unrest. And then, my child, you will know, it in your room was never a curse placed by another. It was only the burden you had forgotten to release. The woman was not a stranger. She was your own conscience, waiting to be heard. Now you are ready to rise. You are ready to walk forward into the morning. Archangel Michael says, the moment you allow yourself to breathe freely, the air in the room changes. You sense a shift, as though invisible chains have been unlocked. The heaviness lifts, not all at once, but piece by piece. Your body feels lighter, your chest feels open, and your thoughts no longer chase each other like frightened birds. The woman across from you watches in silence. She does not clap, she does not praise, but her presence softens. She has been waiting for this, waiting for you to realize that what you feared was never a monster, but your own silence. My child, I tell you, do you see now? The shadows were not there to destroy you. They were a reminder that you had left something unfinished. You cannot heal by ignoring the wound. You cannot rise by pretending the weight does not exist. You must face it, release it, and then you will walk free. You lean back, exhausted but strangely alive. For the first time in a long while, you feel like the night is not your enemy. The woman nods slowly, as though approving of your courage. Then she stands. She does not vanish, but she steps aside, making space. The space is important. It is the proof that you removed it. The burden is no longer pressing against your heart. Your room no longer holds the same stale air. It feels like a new place, though nothing physical has changed. The woman speaks again, her voice steady. What you release must stay released. Do not return to it. Do not call it back by repeating the old story. Do not decorate it with excuses or feed it with guilt. Let it go, once and for all. I add my own words, strong and clear. I will guard you, but you must guard your own mind. Darkness will try to return, whispering that you are weak, that you are alone, that you will fail again. When it comes, remember this night. Remember the weight leaving your chest. Remember the light filling your room. That memory is your shield. The woman begins to fade, not like a ghost but like a dream completing its purpose. She leaves behind a silence, but it is no longer heavy. It is clean. It is peaceful. You are alone again, yet not alone. My presence remains. My wings cover you still. I do not leave you in moments like this. You may not always hear me, but you will feel the calm I place around you. My child, I say softly, you have done well. The it in your room no longer has power. The woman has delivered her message. You have faced yourself and survived. This is the beginning, not the end. Now you must build, now you must walk forward, now you must trust the light inside you. You rise from your chair. Your feet feel steady, more steady than they have in many months. You touch the walls of your room, and even they feel different, no longer confining, but like a safe shelter. You open the window, and the night air carries a cool freshness into your space. You whisper into the darkness outside, I am free. I am ready. And though no one outside hears, heaven does. I hear. The Creator hears. The stars seem to listen too. This night becomes a marker in your journey. From now on, you will remember it not as a night of fear, but as the night you chose to face what was hidden. The night you removed the unseen weight. The night you allowed yourself to be renewed. And I tell you now, more will come. More tests, more choices, more moments where shadows will try to speak louder than light. But you will not be the same. You will have this memory. You will know you are not alone. And you will know that I, Michael, am always ready to fight for you. You sit once more, but this time not in fear. You sit in strength. You sit in peace. The silence is no longer a threat. It is a gift. It is the sound of healing settling into your soul. Archangel Michael says, morning begins to touch the horizon. The faintest silver light pushes against the edges of your curtains. The room, once heavy and tense, now feels alive with possibility. You take another deep breath, and you notice something you hadn't felt in a long time. Your shoulders are no longer tight, your heartbeat is calm, and your thoughts do not drag you into panic. The woman is gone, but her presence lingers like the memory of a stern but loving teacher. She was not here to harm you, she was here to awaken you. Her role was not to stay but to open a doorway. You stepped through, and now you must walk forward. My child, I say, what you begin now is the rebuilding of your life. Removing what was in your room was only the first step. It is like clearing stones from a path. The way forward is now visible, but you must take each step with courage. You look around your room. The walls, once pressing in on you, now stand like quiet guardians. The air carries a freshness that tells you something invisible has shifted. You realize that the true enemy was never outside, it was the story you held inside. I continue, each day, you will be tempted to return to the old story. Darkness whispers in familiar tones. It says, you are still the same. You have not changed. The shadows will return. Do not listen. These whispers are lies. You have proven you can release the weight. You must believe that truth more than the lies. You nod slowly. You begin to understand. Change is not one dramatic moment, it is a choice made again and again. Tonight was the first victory, but there will be others. The sun lifts higher, and beams of light spill across the floor. You walk barefoot across the room, feeling the warmth of the wood beneath your feet. Each step feels like renewal, like claiming your space back from the shadows. The woman's words echo faintly, do not call it back. You repeat them in your mind. You know what they mean. Every time you cling to guilt, every time you replay an old wound, you are calling the weight back into your room. But now you have the power to refuse. My child, I speak firmly, every room in your life can be cleared as this one has been. Not only the room where you sleep, but the room of your heart, the room of your mind, the room of your spirit. Do not limit freedom to these four walls. Carry it with you. Wherever you go, let light follow. You close your eyes, and for a moment, you see it. You see yourself walking into your day, carrying no invisible chains. You see yourself meeting others with eyes that shine, no longer burdened by the fear you once hid. I place my hand, blazing with divine fire, upon your shoulder. The warmth flows into you, and you feel your strength multiply. You are not weak. You are not abandoned. You are chosen, and you are guarded. Now the world beyond your window calls. The birds sing, the streets stir, and the day begins. You realize you are ready to face it, not as the one you were yesterday, but as the one you are becoming. The lesson of the night is clear, what was in your room is gone, and the woman has shown you the truth. You cannot erase the past, but you can choose not to chain yourself to it. You cannot control every storm, but you can stand in the center of it with peace. You step closer to the window, open it wider, and let the full light of morning wash over you. The air feels like a blessing. The world feels new. And in that moment, you whisper to yourself, I am free. I will stay free. And heaven hears. Archangel Michael says, the day begins in quiet strength. You do not rush. You do not stumble. You stand for a moment at the window, feeling the sunlight gather on your skin. The world looks the same, trees, streets, passing people, but it does not feel the same. It feels wider, less threatening, more open. You turn back to your room. Last night it was a cage. This morning it is a sanctuary. Nothing physical changed, yet everything changed. That is the power of truth. That is the power of release. My child, I say gently, walk through this day with your head high. You have faced what others run from. You have looked at your hidden fears and met them with courage. Do not let this be just a single night's victory. Make it a seed. Let it grow. You sit at the edge of your bed and run your fingers across the blanket. You realize you are no longer waiting for the woman to come back, no longer waiting for the weight to return. You are waiting for nothing. You are simply present. You breathe and I speak again, the world will still try to test you. You will meet people who will mirror your old fears. You will hear words that remind you of old wounds. But now you have a choice. You can open your window and let the fresh air in. You can remember my words. You can stand tall even when the night tries to press in. You rise and walk toward the door. The handle feels cool against your palm. You pause, taking one more breath. You are not escaping anymore. You are stepping forward. As you open the door, light spills across your feet. You step into the hallway. Every sound, footsteps, voices, the hum of life, feels clearer. You notice how your senses sharpen when the weight is gone. You whisper quietly, "Thank you, Michael." I answer without sound, but you feel it as warmth inside your chest. You are welcome, my child. Remember, I am never far. Call on me not with fear, but with trust. When you walk into the world, you are not alone. Downstairs, the smell of morning drifts through the air, tea, bread, the earth after dew. It smells like a new beginning. The memory of the woman lingers like a teaching. She was a lesson, not a threat. She left you a gift, the awareness of your own strength. As you step outside, sunlight washes over your face. You feel the breeze tug at your hair. You walk slowly at first, but soon your steps are steady. Each movement feels like a prayer, like a declaration, I am here. I am alive. I am no longer bound. I walk with you, unseen but present. I whisper guidance into your heart, not commands but encouragement. Speak truth. Stay kind. Stand firm. Guard your mind. Build a life of light, brick by brick. When shadows come, remember the window. Remember this morning. You are free. You begin to see the world differently. The people passing by are not strangers but souls carrying their own rooms, their own unseen weights. Some are still trapped, some are halfway free, some are just beginning to awaken. You do not judge them. You simply understand. You decide, as you walk, that you will not go back to the old patterns. You will not invite the heaviness back into your room. You will not build a cage inside your heart. You will live open, aware, awake. The sunlight seems brighter, the street seems softer, and in your chest burns a quiet fire that cannot be taken away. And I tell you one more thing, softly but clearly, if you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks, with contributions of up to $20. This is not a command. It is an invitation, just as freedom is an invitation. The choice is always yours. You smile to yourself. The words feel like a gentle closing of a chapter. Last night was a test. Today is a beginning. And from this day forward, every room you enter can be a place of light. Your steps carry you forward. The day stretches ahead like an unwritten page, waiting for you to write your story in strength and freedom.